Welcome to the ProjectNote video tutorial series. In this video, I'm going to show you how to work with the new ProjectNote 2014 demo notebook. Let's get started. The new 2014 demo notebook is a compilation of ProjectNote A&E, FM, and GC. It contains file folder sections from each one of these products. After you've installed the demo home page will appear. Be sure to read this page, scroll through it, as it'll tell you a little bit more about ProjectNote and the ProjectNote demo notebook and how it works. In the demo notebook, some of the file folders are locked and some are unlocked. There are two ways to know if a file folder is locked or unlocked. You can see from the illustration that file folders with a color and that have a blue link are unlocked. You can use those file folders to drag and drop any project information that you want to test out your ProjectNote demo. The locked file folders don't have a color. Additionally, locked file folders in the project dashboard are plain text and are not linked. When these folders are selected, either nothing will happen or you'll get a message telling you that that file folder is locked. We'll try this out in just a moment. Right now, let's take a look at our folder file structure in the left-hand column. We can see that we've got our dashboard, our templates that have been included, and also we've got sample folder files for ProjectNote A&E, ProjectNote FM, and ProjectNote GC. For now, let's go ahead and collapse our file folder structure on the left because we don't need it, because we will use our project dashboard. To go to the project dashboard, at the bottom of the home page, select Go to the project dashboard, and the dashboard will appear. The demo project dashboard is a greatly reduced file dashboard and navigator from the original ProjectNote products. But it'll give you a great idea how things work. The dashboard's composed of three main areas. The left-hand column, which is the file navigator. The header across the top that contains hot links to our project information, the project schedule, the ability to go directly to the ProjectNote website or watch other tutorial videos about ProjectNote. And the main panel area, where we've included hot links to files from ProjectNote A&E, ProjectNote FM, ProjectNote GC, and some of our master templates that we've included. Let's go to Sketches under the ProjectNote A&E panel, and we see that section's empty. So let's add a page. And now let's insert a project document. We'll open our file folder, and let's grab chain link details. Drag, drop it over to the file page. Select Insert Printout. And our file is printed and embedded onto the page. Let's rotate the file so it's easier to read. Select the file, right-click, select Rotate Printout, and let's rotate right 90 degrees. Now let's rename the file page. And we can see our file page has been renamed in the right-hand column. Since the file's been printed for us to read and is fully queryable in any search that we do, or we can open up now the detail in our PDF by selecting it, right-click, select Open, and now we can work with the PDF in any way that we normally would. Let's go ahead and close that. It's that easy in ProjectNote to add any project document. Let's return to our dashboard. Now let's use our File Navigator in our left-hand column. We select Schematic Design, and under Schematic Documents, we can go right back to Sketches. And there's our page that we had inserted. Let's return back to the dashboard now. Let's go back to Schematic Design under our File Navigator, and we can see in the file folder structure that there are names of files that are inactive. Site Studies is inactive, and it's a locked file folder. But we know our Sketches isn't, and it's an unlocked folder because we can select it. We can see by our file folder structure in the left-hand column that Site Studies doesn't have a color, and when we select it, it lets us know that this section is password protected, so it's locked. Or we can go right up to Sketches and return to that file which is unlocked. Since we're going to add an email, let's go back to Schematic Design in the File Navigator, and let's go to one of the correspondence files. We'll select Owner Correspondence. We can see the section's empty, so let's select Add Page. And now let's open up our Outlook file. And let's select an email. Drag, drop, select Insert Printout. And our email has now been printed and embedded to our page. Let's rename the page. We'll give it a date. And let's just call it Email for now. Now let's return back to the dashboard. A number of ProjectNote templates and smart logs have been included with the demo. Let's go to one and try it out. Let's select the change order log. Most of the project templates and smart logs are fully functional, though they may be limited in the number of entries that are allowed in each one of the smart logs. In our change order log, let's select the page and now select Edit. Our log is an embedded Microsoft Excel workbook. Let's maximize that. And let's go ahead and enter a change order. Let's call this number 1. Let's give it a source code. Let's say it's owner initiated, OI. It's a $2,000 change order. We'll just call it change from owner for a brief description. The date we've issued it. We can add in any corresponding COR or CCD. We can give the date that it was forwarded to the owner. And we can select the owner review status. Let's mark it as pending. We can see now that the dashboard's been updated and we've got $2,000 change order that's pending from the owner. And also we can see that our graph has changed to reflect this single change order that's been added to the project. Let's go ahead and change that. Let's say our owner has now approved it. And we've got another change order on the project. Let's say this one is an unforeseen condition. And it's $1,000. Let's call it recompact soils. The date issued. Let's give it another date. For our date, we forwarded it to the owner. And this is pending. Now we can see we've got $2,000 in approved change orders and $1,000 in change orders that are pending. We can also see on our chart the breakdown of what's owner initiated and a total of what's unforeseen conditions in change orders. Now before we leave this, we want to be sure to save this file. That way our information stays secure. And ProjectNote's now been updated with the new information that we've added to our smart log. Let's go ahead and scroll back up to the top. And we can either go back to our project dashboard or look at some of the other master templates. Let's go back to the dashboard. I suggest that you take your time and go through every one of the project templates and every one of the file folders. Drag and drop, print any project file or information to the page to get a feel for how ProjectNote works and how easy it is. Also, be sure to watch several of the other ProjectNote video tutorials on how to do specific tasks in ProjectNote, handling RFIs, submittals, schedules, pay apps, anything that you need to do for the project and to store, manage, and find your project information is right here in ProjectNote. Until next time, remember, when you control the project information, you control the project.